Can you then go to page 17? 17.
Yes.
And again, do you still confirm that the statement there too, which is 12 pages long, is your statement?
Correct, Commissioner.
Do you still stand by the contents thereof?
Yes, correct.
And lastly, do you confirm the signature on page 17 to be your signature?
I confirm.
Thank you. Then, because we've dealt with issues relating to your responsibilities, I think let's pick it up on page 18 at paragraph 6.
Yes. It is alleged that you have a personal relationship with Sergeant Kosi. As a result of the relationship, it is further alleged that you assisted bidders in winning tenders, in that you had conversation with Sergeant Kosi about Ngaphesheya Security, wherein Sergeant Kosi admit he approached you for assistance in a bid for his brother, the owner of Ngaphesheya Services, had with the city, and you referred him to an expert of tenders. I consider Sergeant Kosi as a younger brother. I have dealt with the question of my relationship in the first statement in paragraph 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 of the notice addressed to me, dated 27 March 2026, in terms of the regulation as indicated here. It is not true that I have assisted any bidder in winning tenders. I actually refused to assist and preferred instead to refer Sergeant Kosi to Mr. Mathebela, who I thought could be of assistance. The reason why I referred Sergeant Kosi instead of personally assisting him with his request would have amounted to a conflict of interest. I referred Sergeant Kosi to Mr. Mathebela to help him with his request. I did so because Mr. Mathebela is well vested with administrative matters. I have never said he is a tender expert as testified before the Commission.
Okay, proceed.
You further leaked confidential and sensitive information regarding the tenders and companies that have sent bids to Sergeant Kosi, in that you sent him a WhatsApp message confirming the 2 vehicles for land, meaning the tender for land are Ngaphesheya and El Shaddai. In addition, you further provided him with a list of 7 other companies who are supposed to get the tender as per alleged communication with people purporting to represent the EFF, and you requested that Sergeant Kosi to check with via Mr. Mnisi and Mr. Julius Malema if those 7 companies are the correct companies that EFF want to get tenders. There were no confidential or sensitive information that I have leaked from the city. The information that I sent to Sergeant Kosi, which included the 2 names of the companies, came from Mr. Mathebela and not from the city. I was literally confirming that the 2 companies would be preferred. It was a choice of words from Mr. Mathebela to refer to these companies as vehicle, which I adopted in relaying the message to Sergeant Kosi.
Maybe I misheard. I heard you say I was literally confirming instead of I was not literally confirming. But as I say, I may have misheard you.
I was not literally confirming.
Thank you.
Thanks, Commissioner. I had a visit to my office by Mr. Muzi and Sipo. The 2 I know from student movement in the late 80s, who claimed to have met with the CFO and gave him 7 names of the security companies. I then requested Sergeant Kosi to verify with the CFO the story, and only to discover that it was not true.
Not probing at this stage, but can you explain why you did this via Sergeant Kosi and not inquire directly from the CFO?
I did not, I know Sergeant Kosi to be having a relationship with Mr. Mnisi. I did not have
So what?
the contact details for
So-
Mr. Mnisi.
You work in the same, you work for the same institution, the city of Tshwane, Deputy Chief.
Through Commissioner, I don't have most of the
And the
group heads' contact details.
Yes, yes. All right, thank you.
Before you move on, you make reference to the two gentlemen, Muzi and Sipho. Can you provide us with their full names?
I know Muzi as Muzi Mazibuko, but Sipho, I don't know his, surname. I was close to Muzi during student movement. They came, the two of them.
But you knew this guy from the 80s?
Yes.
Both of them?
Both of them.
And almost 40 years later, you say you don't know Sipho's...
I don't know his surname. I
Surname.
know him as Sipho, yes. Muzi, we were at school together.
Okay.
Same school together.
Paragraph 13, I'm not sure that I understand it. You say the two companies should be, now you mention him. Can you just explain the context in which you are now mentioning him in paragraph 13? What, he wrote to you, he called you, he met you, he mentioned two companies. Who are those companies? Just expand on this so that it makes sense.
Sergeant Kosi requested me earlier on to ask Mr. Mathebela to say which companies did he assist in terms of compilation, that he has done the compilation of their document. Then I could not find Mr. Mathebela by then. And later on, I went back to Sergeant Kosi to say I apologize for the delay after I got hold of Mr. Mathebela. And then to say he gave me these names of bidders that he has assisted.
So when Sergeant Kosi made the inquiry with you, he did not give you names. He just gave you a general question.
Yes.
Ask Mathebela which
Yes.
companies did he assist
Yes.
with tenders.
Yes.
Did he explain why he was asking that question?
He-
Or did you ask him, why are you asking me that kind of general question?
I took it that because I referred him to Mr. Mathebela to assist Becky.
Okay, thank you.
I am tempted, without probing, Commissioner, to say that given what you testified earlier on, that your initial take on this matter was that the only assistance you were willing to give Sergeant Kosi was to refer him to Mr. Mathebela. Would it not have been, at least at this stage, also been prudent of you to adopt the same stance, given that you have also mentioned that you foresaw a potential conflict of interest if you get involved?
I took it that because Mr. Mathebela, I know him for a long time. He worked with me for quite some time. He was actually at ease to say I must contact him, speak to Mr. Mathebela on his behalf.
That's not my question, but let's park it for now.
Okay.
Thank you. Let's then proceed.
Just also a follow-up on the chairperson's question earlier, which was about why you did not speak to the CFO directly. You see what you say in paragraph 14, that you, through Sergeant Kosi, you wanted to verify with
Yes.
the CFO. You've earlier in your statement said you have a professional relationship with the CFO.
Yes.
Can we take it then that you have sat in meetings with the CFO in that professional capacity? You've had some discussions with him. You knew where to find him if you wanted to find him.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Is that correct?
Yes. So it's not as if you didn't know each other and you didn't know where to find him if you wanted him.
I knew him, but the thing that I asked Sergeant Kosi is because these people name drop the name of the CFO.
Yes.
And I know that he's close to the CFO. Could be easier for him to verify that information.
Okay, all right. No, I just wanted to be clear
Yes.
that in your professional, in what you describe as your professional relationship with the CFO, you've had to deal with him on a face-to-face basis.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
In organizations such as the municipality, Tshwane municipality, there's an internal system or the network where if you're looking for somebody's name and you want to know which department they are, their email address and phone number, you can easily do that, correct?
Correct.
And if you
Commission.
needed the CFO's phone numbers, you could just go on the system and they would be there.
Correct. I'm not sure if they are there. Mine are not there, the cell phone numbers.
Yours are not there. But if you wanted the CFO's phone numbers. you
By
could get
then,
them.
it never came to my mind because I'm no Sergeant Kosi.
We're not there yet.
Yes.
So for now, I'm just following up on Commissioner Baloy's question and the chair's question that
Okay.
if you wanted the CFO's phone numbers, all you needed to do was go in the system and you could find them.
I agree with you.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks.
Just to round off this paragraph 14, just two follow-up questions. This Muzi and Sipo, were they from EFF themselves, as far as you know?
I can't tell whether they are EFF. I know them from student movement. The last time I know them, they were ANC members, so I'm not sure whether they've moved or what. So that's what puzzled me when they came to name drop, the EFF thing.
And did you ever confront them about this lie? What turned out to be a lie eventually?
Since I never confronted them about it.
All right, let's move on to paragraph 15 then.
That you are allegedly involved.
Sorry, before you do that, so you say there that Sergeant Kosi to verify with the CFO.
Yes.
He did do that. Did Sergeant Kosi do that?
Yes, he
And
told me that the CFO says he never met those people. He doesn't.
He doesn't know them?
Yes.
Okay, all right, thank you.
So, sorry, just to piggyback on that question, is it about the people not knowing that they are from EFF, or is it the companies? What is it that he didn't know?
They claim to be, representing, the EFF, those people, to say these are bidders that they want to pursue. But I know that, within the city, I don't engage with politicians and so forth for reasons best known to me, so much as I was puzzled in that regard.
Okay, we will have to park this for now because I think the chats say something different, but let's park it for now.
Okay.
Let's move on to paragraph 15.
That you are allegedly involved in the political interference in tenders and the awarding of same by inquiring and providing confidential information relating to Sergeant Kosi. I think we have dealt with this one.
Perhaps, I think, please do read those two paragraphs into the record.
I am not involved in any politics nor interfere with any awarding of tenders, and there is no confidential information that I have ever shared with Sergeant Kosi. The process to award tenders in the city is informed by MFMA, as I indicated, Act 53 of 2003 and the SCM policy. I have not been directly or indirectly involved in the awarding of tenders.
Thank you. Let's proceed. Paragraph 17.
You endorse the close relationship that Sergeant Kosi had with Mr. Garrett Mnisi, implying that the relationship will be beneficial for you both. This is implied by WhatsApp communication sent to Sergeant Kosi, wherein you state, you should gear yourself to do so forever. My brother, Umfowethu is the best person to be with, Ujuda Wethu, who will do great things for us compared to Ubaba Wako. And further on, for July 2025, you sent a message to Sergeant Kosi stating, "Morning, Captain, I can see Uguti, you have captured Umfowethu, and he would not want you to leave him." I don't think it is correct, or we will be doing justice if we take one word in isolation and make a conclusion. In clarifying the entire statement, I want to indicate the context, the climax or the turning point of the statement, which I refer to, uvuthondaba, ngesizulu. It's on the word Ujuda Wethu, because I don't think the commission understood or anyone understood what it's meant by Ujuda Wethu, and it was concluded that capture in a sense of a state capture that I'm referring to, which is not true. Ujuda Wethu, meaning indumiso, it's praise. Ujuda Wethu, it does mean praise. It signifies, gratitude. So the capture in the sentence is referring to attention. It was in reference to the appearance of the background picture I was looking at, much as I further mentioned the issue of Ubabako Ongaseko, because he seemed very happy and at peace. I want to clarify also the wrong assertion that I was referring to the late Mr. Msibi. It is incorrect, as I have always referred to Mr. Msibi as Ubaba Kaxolani. And the father I'm referring to in the text is known to Sergeant Kosi, but for purposes of protecting the family and revoking old wounds, I prefer not to say the name.
Commissioner Lamini, I think with this paragraph here, I don't want to say you are pulling the wool over the eyes of the commission, but it doesn't make sense what you are saying. I think Sibalkulu must, when you just go back to a page before, and we're trying to get to the essence of your message.
Yes.
And what you call uvuthondaba. And you want this commission to believe that at least, and I'm not probing you, it's something to think about, to say it doesn't make sense what you are saying, to say that you want the commission to believe that when you mentioned Ujuda Wethu, you really meant indumis or a praise. I think we all know the story of Judah, at least if you were to just go to the biblical scriptures, what Judah is for. And for now, I would say Judah eventually became to be someone who's an enabler, someone who sets people free or to the better promised places. So it has to be, please, considered in that way. It cannot be that it was just a mere indumiso in this context. Would you please consider this paragraph?
I don't think so, Commissioner, because Judah Wethu means indumiso yetu. That simply translates to that. Much as I'm saying, the commission never understood the context around the entire statement. It just take the first word, capture, without the entire statement. Ujuda Wethu, that's indumiso yetu.
And when you say the commission never understood, you meaning that Sergeant Kosi never understood you, because he's the one who testified on this text.
I don't think he explained much on the statement. It was like he captured, he also indicated it might be referring to attention. That's what he only understood, to say I've captured the attention of the CFO.
Again, for your benefit, at least I don't accept your word capture. Please reconsider it if you may, when you come back, in the context that you are using it here, to say that you are referring to an appearance of the background picture you were looking at. But if that's your final version, it's fine, but something that we'll definitely have to revisit when we come back. Remember, I said we're not asking probing questions,
Yes.
but at least I have to give you a fair opportunity to at least be alerted on issues that are of serious concern.
Okay.
And this paragraph, for me, it's of serious concern. And lastly, on that paragraph, this name that you're not prepared to say, when you come back, would you be prepared at least to share it amongst the commissioner?
Yeah, I can write it down
Okay.
to share amongst the commission, but not to say it publicly.
Yes. No. Are you
Yes.
prepared to write it down now?
I can.
Chair, with your permission, can we then pass a note to Commissioner Lamini just to put the name down without sharing it with the public?
All right, in the meantime, Deputy Chief, I just want to refer to that part of the quotation where the question is asked. That seems to make a comparison between Ujuda and Ubaba Wako. So better things or great things are expected or appear to be expected of the Judah. And compared to Ubaba Wako, what did Ubaba Wako, whom you don't want to mention, what did he do which does not compare with what's expected of Ujuda?
As I indicated, Commissioner, I have a long history with Ngozi, and there was a father we consider to be, there was someone who played that role, so whom he never seemed to be happy
Also,
so much.
also meaning that person was not the biological father.
Yes. It's not a biological father.
Just a minute. I must say, if this is supposed to be a Nguni surname, perhaps let me ask, is it supposed to be a Nguni surname?
But I hope it is not being read.
Is it?
Yes.
No, is it supposed to be a Nguni
It
surname?
is.
Then the spelling cannot
Maybe
be
it
correct.
might be the
spelling
spelling.
cannot be correct.
It might be the spelling, but it's a Nguni surname. I can't pronounce it. I can, off record, I can pronounce it.
You as Lamini, how is it you cannot write a Nguni surname?
I'm not a closer person.
I chose to say Nguni because I was thinking between isiZulu and isiXhosa.
Yeah,
Well, maybe Siswati and others as well.
it's a closer.
Or isiXhosa. Phew, I can't even think what it's supposed to be. Maybe you'll vocalize it to us at some point.
No, I don't think it might be correct.
All right,
Yeah.
all right, thank you. Just, I think I've lost my place now. There was something else I wanted to ask around Ubaba. maybe let me leave it there, but at some point, rather than just give us the name, at some point, you may have to explain to us what this was about. If, we may discuss the question of how that's done. Perhaps I'll leave it at that.
Yes.
Thank you. Deputy Commissioner, just so that I understand, your explanation of Ujuda Wetu, you say Indomiso praise, it signifies gratitude.
Yes.
So would I be understanding it correctly if I read that part of the WhatsApp exchange to say it is an expression of gratitude that Umfowethu will do great things for us?
Yes.
It must be that
Yes.
you're saying gratitude
Yes.
that Umfowethu will do
Yes.
great things for. And Umfowethu in this case is the CFO.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Yes, Mr. Musigiri.
Thank you, Chair. Deputy Commissioner Lamini, is there anything you want to add on that paragraph, or are you satisfied?
No.
Can we then move to paragraph 18?
Yes. It is alleged that your involvement in corruption arises from WhatsApp communication exchange between yourself and Sergeant Kosi, which created the inference that you interfered with and exerted influence over the processing of invoices within the City of Tshwane Metropolitan Police Department, in particular, your message stating in those transcripts. On the 4th of March 2024, I received a call from Sergeant Kosi indicating that he was with the CFO and he requested to speak to me. I then spoke to the CFO, who indicated that Mr. Mpofu is not getting help from the department with non-payment of invoices, that I should assist in resolving the matter. The next day, I talked to Mr. Mpofu and he forwarded me the emails he has been sending to the department, of which I was not copied. I then liaised with my section to get more information and discovered that indeed there were outstanding invoices for a period of 6 months which were not processed, starting from July 2024 to January 2024, Annex Char F.
We
dealt with this one.
Paragraph F, so we don't
Yes.
need to go there. Then let's go to paragraph 18.1.1.
It is alleged that you were influenced by Sergeant Kosi due to your personal relationship and proximity in escalating and assisting with invoices allegedly owed by the city to Gubi's 85 Solution in getting paid. Sergeant Kosi has never influenced me in relation to payment of invoices as indicated above. In fact, I was requested by the CFO and the COP office, Annex Char F of the COP office that also came regarding the same matter. I wish to refute the impression which is created that I am involved in business of influencing or facilitating payments. The statement is not true, and I say this because I'm the Divisional Head Support and Administration. Accounts payable function falls within my responsibilities, and as I indicated this previously, that I'm in Section 65 of the MFMA Act 53 of 2003 enjoins us to comply with strict timelines and to pay invoices within 30 days of the invoice date. Furthermore, the invoice in question were signed and authorized for payment by the relevant division, which is Assets Protection and Security Services, which confirmed that services were indeed rendered and payment were due.
And this at that time would have been DC Ballhays, is that correct?
I'm not sure who could have signed, either Director Malachi or DC Boles, who could have signed those invoices, but they were authorized for that, confirmed that services were rendered when they brought them to accounts payable at our finance section.
Okay, now let's continue.
Remember, our section is not there to interrogate them on those invoices. Once someone, an official attached, he confirms to say these services were received accordingly and they were rendered. So he confirmed with his signature there. Ours is to verify that there's an SLA that we have loaded on subsystem, there's a contract in place, and also there's a budget in relation to this or on the subsystem.
Okay, no, thank you for that. Let's go to paragraph 19.
It is alleged you were involved in internal procurement process. This can be seen further via messages exchanged whereby Sergeant Kosi served as a conduit between you and the CFO. Such messages confirming that you were requested by Sergeant Kosi to assist with payment of invoices, and together with the CFO are managing payments via communication facilitated through Sergeant Kosi. I have never discussed any payment with Sergeant Kosi. I merely responded to the CFO inquiries which were made through Sergeant Kosi, and much as I indicated to say, the CFO the next day inquired through Sergeant Kosi. I responded through the request, of update by the CFO.
Let me take you to the very first part of this question. It says it is alleged you were involved in internal procurement processes. You address what relates to payments, and that's all you address. What about involvement in procurement processes?
Involvement in procurement processes. As I indicated, that we assist the divisions in compilation of specification from the onset to serve at the bid specification committee. Once the bid...
I think again the subtext here relates to improper assistance. Not, for example, preparing bid specifications, involvement in BEC upon appointment by the relevant functionary, and so on and so on. No, I think the subtext is about improper involvement.
Improper involvement. Improper.
Yes.
Involvement. I don't think I'm improperly, Commissioner, involved, because it falls within my section to ensure that invoices get paid on time.
Did you ever act improperly with regard to procurement processes?
No.
Thank you. I see that it's exactly 12 midday, and at the beginning, Mr. Musigiri indicated that you have commitments and that we must sit until 12 today. We have been told that your commitments are physically exacting, that is, commitments over the weekend. Here's what we would like to find out. Would you, after those physically exacting commitments over the weekend, would you be in a position to be here on Monday? If you agree, it's actually better for you. You'll have this behind you sooner rather than later.
I will only be coming back on Monday, Commissioner.
Traveling back?
Yes.
From, as I understand, from Cape Town, is it?
Yes. Oh, right. I'm running Saturday and Sunday.
All right.
Chair, if okay.
Yes, Mr. Mosigidi?
In fact, I'm in your hands, Chair. I just looked at what's left of the statement. It might take some time.
Yes. Deputy Chief, we are at 22 and the document runs up to 26. Is it possible just to finalize this, please?
Yes,
Let
Commissioner.
us do
We
that.
can do so.
Yes.
Thank you, Chair. Then, can we move to paragraph 20, but obviously starting with the question on page 22.
Yes. It is therefore alleged that your conduct gives rise to an implication of irregularity in that you may have participated in securing payments to suppliers through the manipulation or rushed of internal process, including the alleged increase of budget and target value to accommodate such payment. I have never conducted myself in any way that would have given rise to an implication of irregularity. All payments effected in this regard went through all the process before the final payment was released. The annual budget allocation is divided into 12 months and it is released on a quarterly basis through finance management tool. Upon the awarding of a tender, the contract is costed and allocated a contract value for the contract period. Any additional services affect the contract value in that such services were not included in the cost of the contract. Therefore, the contract value cap will be prematurely reached. In such circumstances, contract value may be increased to accommodate additional services. The increase in the monthly expenditure made it necessary to request budget release for the future quarterly budget. Invoices in question were signed and authorized for payment by the relevant division, Assets Protection and Security Services, which confirmed that services were indeed rendered and payment were due. So much as I alluded previously to say our budget is divided into quarters, you can request sometimes to increase the contract value to ensure that you process invoices within that quarter with the budget of the next quarter. As I indicated with the earlier example I made with regard to the issue of dogs attending, then the value is high, you need to request to an increase of the contract value.
Thank you. Let's proceed.
It is further alleged that at the request of Sergeant Kosi, you assisted his brother in securing a tender, including facilitating the qualification of companies that had previously been disqualified, thereby suggesting undue influence over procurement outcome, and further revealed internal confidential information regarding the requirements for the tender. The argument that I have assisted Sergeant Kosi's brother to secure a tender is false and misleading. I referred Sergeant Kosi to Mr. Mathebela to assist him in compilation of his tender document. I was not involved in any procurement stage where I could have possibly influenced the awarding of a tender to Sergeant Kosi or his brother. I deny that I have divulged internal confidential information to Sergeant Kosi. I did not know of any company that was disqualified and could not have had any influence over procurement outcome for the same reason I advanced in paragraph 16. Information referred to in the transcript was not for purpose of tendering in the city of Tshwane as testified before this commission by Sergeant Kosi.
Just on that last sentence, in your own words, which municipality would this have been then?
As Sergeant Kosi indicated that there was a tender in Mpumalanga that they were busy with, And on those notes that were coming from Mr. Mathebela, if you go through them, you'll realize that there's a requirement for firearm. And I don't think a tender for land invasion required firearm in that regard. So I can believe that it was not for the land invasion tender because there's no firearm requirements in the tender for land invasion.
That was not my question. I think Sergeant Kosi did give his explanation whether that was acceptable or not, because he was referring to the malls and some things were not adding up. For example, to say you need a 5-ton truck to protect a mall. But what I'm asking you is that according to you, if this was not for Tshwane municipality, which municipality or entity was this tender for?
I wouldn't tell whether it was for which municipality or provincial government or which municipality.
What you are certain about it was not for Tshwane? Is that what you're saying?
That's the information Mr. Mathebela gave me to pass it to Sergeant Kosi that he required. I never questioned him.
Let's then move on to the next paragraph.
It is further alleged that the communication received from Sergeant Kosi wherein you were provided with details of job applicants for various positions within the City of Tshwane Metropolitan Police Department as well as within the city give rise to an implication of your involvement in recruitment-related processes. The recruitment process in the City of Tshwane is governed by the recruitment policy. Applicants are invited to apply electronically in the Tshwane recruitment portal. The system is managed by the Group Human Capital. I had no access to the said system, and I could have not possibly influenced the process. I was not involved in any recruitment process, and I can confirm that Sergeant Kosi shared with me the confirmation letters of various applicants. However, I could not assist him because of the reason mentioned in paragraph 30 above, as I was not involved during that recruitment process.
Okay,
But I think I need to further state these commissioners to say they were indicated as confidential document. They are not confidential document. These are confirmation letters that when I apply, I get as a person to say they confirm I have applied in that regard. And I should indicate that you will get a lot of inquiries when such applications come to play. When the adverts start, you'll get people calling or sending the advert, whether confirm, whether is it true, is it a bogus advert, or whatever the case it might be. The material conditions in our country have made it, such that you'll receive, a lot of inquiries. You'll get it from colleagues, family, whoever, with the hope that you might assist them. So these are just, confirmation letters that, get sent through to applicants.
Maybe remembering the evidence incorrectly, the Sergeant Kosi sent you certain information for you to confirm, or with whatever assistance he required. Did you in turn share any letters or information of applicants with him?
When he said I must check with him, much as I indicate to say, applicants becomes disparate, Commissioner. For instance, let's say when the recruitment process starts, they hear that a certain number has been called at the college to come either for physical evaluation. Those who have not yet received SMSs, they will either call, inquire to say, we are not called. Then I'll check to say, what is the process? Then I'll be told they are being called in batches. I'll convey such information to those people to say they are calling either from surname A to E. It goes in batches and so forth. You'll get such information where people request you to say, can you confirm either, everyone will be called or what? I'll confirm everyone will be called. Those who can run, qualify, do whatever, then they'll go to the next stage and such.
The direct answer to my question is you have not shared with Sergeant Kosi any information of applicants?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, and let's move to paragraph 31.1 on page 25.
Such information being confidential and ordinarily restricted to officials within the recruitment was shared with you, thereby suggesting that you were being influenced to interfere or assist. The assertion in the
I think
above...
it's intervene.
Yeah.
Intervene, not interfere.
Or intervene.
Yes.
Or assist. The assertion in the above question is not correct and is misleading in that it paints a wrong picture that I was influenced to intervene in HR-related matters. The information which was shared by Sergeant Kosi is not confidential or restricted to officials within recruitment. These are confirmation letters forwarded to applicants who applied for position in the city. They don't reside with HR. Confirmation letter for receipt of application are not confidential and restricted to recruitment official. They are automated and are sent to all applicants who applied as confirmation of receipt of application. The application may require or share, the applicants may inquire or share them at their own will.
I suppose the difficulty with this, and we can discuss later, is that it is not the applicants themselves who are asking or making a follow-up in this case, but it's a third party. Do you want to say something to that?
Yeah, perhaps we can engage on that at a later stage because, as I indicated, their parents will share with me to say, my son has applied, can you check for me? Which is not an applicant. So maybe we can engage on that one.
Yes. Let's go to paragraph 31.2.
It is also alleged that you engaged with and assisted in addressing inquiries relating to these applicants, which created the inference that you exercised or were perceived to exercise influence in respect of the recruitment process when you are allegedly confirm you will check. It should be placed on record that I receive a lot of inquiries either to verify the authenticity of the job advert or other processes during recruitment. E.g., if the email received were from our HR or bogus email, and I do assist with confirming such, there is no influence that I exercise in recruitment process, nor preferential treatment that I have given to others.
All right, continue to the last paragraph.
Thus indicative of you being allegedly involved in the unauthorized disclosure of confidential recruitment information as well as in potential irregular involvement in hiring process. I have never been involved in the unauthorized disclosure of confidential recruitment information as well as in potential irregular involvement in hiring process. The recruitment policy places a duty on duly appointed panel members to declare interest and sign the confidentiality clause during selection process up until the appointment are finalized.
Chair, that will be the end of at least this leg of the testimony, where we have gone through the both statements of Deputy Commissioner Lamini, and perhaps this will be an opportune time to adjourn until a date that has to be arranged.
So a subpoena will be issued for the Deputy Chief's next appearance.
Indeed, so, Chair.
Thank you. Deputy Chief
Commissioner
of Police, you will next appear on a date that will be indicated in a subpoena that will be issued in due course. Thank you for now.
Thanks, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Let us adjourn until 9:30 on Tuesday, and that's because the witness that was scheduled for